Okay, and welcome to Tabletop Gamers. We've got another battle report for you. This is 20 points of Deneghra versus Durgen. Features the ambuscade scenario, which you can find on our blog. Just click the link below in the description. And one thing about the ambuscade scenario. Okay, and the bait for the ambuscade scenario is a unit of the Revenant crew, full maximum size. Waiting off in the wings, you can see a Defiler, a Warwitch Siren, Deneghra, a Slayer. Over on the other side of the battlefield, there's a Pistol Wraith who is set up behind, of course, Hearn and John. And speaking of the Searforge Commission, we've also got Gorton's Battle Group, which features not Gorton's, but Durgen's Battle Group, which features a Rodhammer Rock Ram, a Basher, and a Gunner, Hearn and John, of course, and a unit of Hammerfall High Shield Gun Corps off in the woods. Crix wins the starting roll and decides to go first. And pretty simple here. The Slayer, the Defiler, and the Siren all run. Pistol Wraith makes some range attacks at John, ends up dealing a total of 4 damage, but hits him with the chain attack. The Revenant crew shuffle around a little bit in the center, make a ranged attack at the Rock Ram. They come up a little short, and Deneghra makes a full advance and camps on 5 focus. Hearn starts by turning around and firing at the Pistol Wraith, but he only does 1 damage. John just stands there because of the Pistol Wraith's chain attack and decides to fire at the Revenant crew, downing 2 of the models. The Hammerfall High Shield, they make a full advance with Shield Wall. They fire at the Pistol Wraith, but they come up short. Durgen goes ahead and makes a Carpet Bomb shot, takes out 2 more of the Revenant crew, and then casts Red Line on the Rock Ram. Rock Ram goes ahead and charges the Revenant crew, uses his assault, and it misses, and with Red Line he ends up taking 3 damage. The Basher then attempts to slam the Slayer, but of course that comes up short. The Gunner makes an advance, shoots and kills another Revenant crew, and that's the end of turn 1. Pistol Wraith starts Crix's turn 2 by firing, hitting and killing both Hearn and John. Revenant crew shuffle around a little more. They take some shots at the Rock Ram, but they do no damage. Slayer makes a full advance, and the Defiler runs. Siren makes a full advance as well. And then Deneghra makes a full advance, uses the Defiler's Arc Node to cast Crippling Grasp on the Basher and Parasite on the Rock Ram. So the Hammerfall High Shields kick off Searforge turn 2. They Shield Wall and make a combined range attack at the Pistol Wraith, killing him off. The Rock Ram charges the Defiler, misses with the charge attack, and then using some focus, attacks again for 10 damage, crippling the Defiler's Arc Node. Durgen then goes, casts Explosivo on himself, makes a full advance, pops his feet, and then uses Carpet Bomb at the Revenant crew, and with the way the templates fell, he ends up killing all 10 members of the unit right off. The Gunner makes a full advance, shoots at the Siren because it's close enough from stealth, and ends up killing her, and then the Basher just moves forward about 3 inches. So for Crix's turn 3, Deneghra starts by upkeeping both of her spells. The Slayer makes a melee attack at the Rock Ram, and with focus and everything, deals 20-some odd damage. The Defiler makes an advance and fires off his spray, and dealing 2 to the Gunner and 6 to Durgen, which puts them both in corrosion. Deneghra sits on what she's got, doesn't really do anything the rest of the turn. So Durgen ends up taking a point of damage from corrosion. Hammerfall High Shield start the turn by running across the table. The Gunner makes an advance and shoots the Defiler for about 7 damage, taking down both the Cortex and Movement. The Basher makes a full advance at the Slayer and attacks for about 12 damage. Durgen makes a full advance, uses his armor-piercing round at the Defiler and ends up killing it, and then casts Red Line on the Basher, and then the Rock Ram just shuffles around a little bit. Deneghra upkeeps both spells again for turn 4. She decides to charge the Rock Ram, and after a couple attacks, deals enough damage to kill it. And then the Slayer makes a melee attack at the Basher, or several melee attacks at the Basher, for a total of 16 damage. For Searforge turn 4, the Hammerfall High Shields start by running. Again, they're trying to get into the action. The Gunner makes a full advance, sneaks up close enough to Denny to fire off at her, and hits her for 13 damage. Durgen then goes and uses, I believe, Explosivo to make an AoE attack fires at Denny and doesn't scatter enough and ends up doing enough damage to kill her. And that's the end of the battle, with Searforge the victors. So we choose our MVPs for the battle. I chose Deneghra for being able to cast and upkeep her spells throughout most of the battle, and Sean chose Durgen for not only taking Deneghra out, but also during his feat turn to just obliterate the entire full 10-man squad of Revenant crew, which was actually very impressive. So some final thoughts about the game. It was actually a very fun scenario, and like I said, you can check out the scenario on our blog. We got a link below in the description. While you're there, check out some of our other scenarios. We'll have some more scenarios on the way in the coming weeks. And again, just thanks for watching, and we'll be back with some more battle reports and some other goodies coming at you. So stay tuned.